Hello, my name is Dan Capshaw. For the last 3 decades, I've been working with shift workers and shift work operations to help them evaluate their situation and see if better alternatives exist. And if they do, help them implement those alternative schedules. I've had the opportunity to work in many different industries that have shift work operations and people working around the clock, including manufacturing operations, food processing, mining, chemicals, refining, call centers, logistics, law enforcement, you name it. If people are working shift work, I've probably had the opportunity to talk with them about their situation and understand what works well and what doesn't work well. One of the things that I've certainly learned over the years is that when it comes to figuring out what works well for a group of people, the only way to do that is to ask them what their preferences are and then use that information to design schedules. We can't just go across the street and look at a schedule that looks like it's working pretty well and then bring it into this building and implement it. At least many times that doesn't work. So what you'll see when you look at our process is that we put a lot of effort into understanding what the workforce needs in their schedule and then use that information to develop schedule solutions that are best for that particular operation. On a personal note, I used to be a shift worker, so I do have some feel for what it's like to be working around the clock. I was in the U.S. Navy and the submarine force, and submarines are 24/7 operations. So we worked a number of different 24/7 schedules. We worked 8-hour shifts sometimes, 12-hour shifts, 6-hour shifts, mostly rotating shifts. In fact, let me just describe that 6-hour shift really quickly. It's certainly not a schedule that I would recommend for anyone, but the way it worked for us was when we would go to sea, you would, for example, if you were working your first shift and you started at 6 a.m., you'd work 6 a.m. until noon, and then you'd be off for 12 hours to do other things, to take care of other responsibilities or get some rest, and then back to work at midnight. Work midnight until 6 a.m. and then off until 6 p.m. Work 6 p.m. until midnight, off until noon the next day. Work noon until midnight, off until 6 a.m. So then start the whole thing over again. So it was a continuously rotating schedule that we worked on our submarines. And again, not a schedule I would recommend, certainly not something that I would expect any company to be interested, or people for that matter, to be interested in today. But it does show you how bad a schedule can be, and then there's many, many better schedules that we'll be able to talk about as we go forward. A couple of other quick details about my background. I do have a degree in chemical engineering from Johns Hopkins University, and I have a Lean Six Sigma certificate from Villanova University, which helps me a lot today during the business analysis phase of our projects to make sure that we're looking at the right things that will actually have an impact on the operation. At the end of this video, I will put up my contact information. If you would like to contact me, give me a call, send me an email, send me a text, and I will respond to you. I am looking forward to working with you.